Come on, put them together
Where do you think that image was captured from? Is it like from reading, when you read the Bible?
كاوي تبلكاسي كتنخصل لك 10 جزء نزلت أساسي 10 كتنخصل لك هزبل داش أجيك
زي زخانة نجارنا ولا ديتاي كلن تحتي تياسي تسألمو أملاك بكات ولا نيرة
قرب في وجه سلزي وتسألي دس بلنا نيرو خدرف ولا خالق جس سوق وتسألي سلزي خالق.
I do not desire him like I desire the things of the world more than I desire God. So when I looked at it logically, I don't really want God. I know I should want.
Actions not really telling the other people that God exists.
تعزبتي مدام مأزر سماي تي في شمي ميلنا لسالي بهال لما أنت خاني مس منسات متينا لنا العلك هلونا أيو تفر عليه استينا حيثنا متينا نزلنا استنتاي كم زخون هيوانا حاونا خنقرنا أيو شعد ما الليلة تم منسات من يوم كنا لعليكم هنا ليلة خلونا أيو.
thank you من لحفتي أقدمكي الله اللي خلنا الله خير وهنا بهال لو معلت دم تفر عليه مدبات حيثنا متينا لنا مدبات خابزة عبا نعم لاسك خلين فلتو كم منسيات كم قلعوا ويخا ناشتغلوا خلنا تزنبر الناس اللي بزعبا أملاخ كونه أتحاسب أنا حجة خاصة خلني خالوت أمس يخمز الله بهوتنا هنا أبنا برانا هم منسيات بزعبوهم خون كمنا ومتانا مزيوم من نفعات سخون منسيات ليلة خنقبرينا بسامحوي خجمري قرب زعبار سام كنا نقولون عام شو عد ما نفت مدامنا هات يعني نحلفنا عمنا نزاربين هنعلي لنا شو.
Yeah, my name is Samuel and I go to Bethel Church and I study as a civil engineer and I just finished first year. So yeah, I'm moving on to my second.
Yeah, my name is Milkias. I'm a student studying university. I'm in my first year as well.
My name is Yosalim. Some people call me Jerry as well. I'm in third year university studying health and social care. And yeah.
سماي فيلمون مسي بحال زقمت قالو كتما عد إنجليز مالتي أبزي قلقللو بتخسيانكا بيتيل مالتي.
Yeah, as I explained earlier, basically, we're going to start speaking about those pictures, those images we had on God earlier on when we were children, when we were really young, and then the understanding that we had about God, literally. So I will start with Mickey. What image did you had when you were young, and then what was your thoughts and your understanding about God at that time?
So when I was younger, I obviously grew up in a church. I had a positive perspective of God because of the worship music we listened to and the stories we heard about how good God is and what good things He's done to us. So I had a good image of God and I believed in it. But at the same time, because I never had a personal relationship with God, it wasn't real to me and it was just kind of like a distant story. But yeah, so I like the image of God I had was, it wasn't extreme in any sense, but it's just that it wasn't personal for me. And I always had this image that God was in my heart. So I imagine the picture of Jesus, but much smaller and inside my heart trying to guide me. But yeah, it wasn't as deep and as real as it is now. So yeah.
Where do you think that image was captured from? Is it like from reading, when you read the Bible, when you're younger, there's like some pictures that you get as well. So that kind of gives you an image who of the characters that you're reading. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
when you're younger, they give you these books, which goes with the story that you're reading.
yeah.
So did you think you've captured that image from there, or you have your own, or you had your own imagination?
Yeah, I think it was mainly from Sunday school teachers showing us cartoons and TV clips of Jesus, that Sermon on the Mount, or Noah's Ark, the Old Testament story. So when I see them in that, in a cartoon, in that kind of visual sense, it seems quite childish. So made me understand it more. But at the same time, it was just like a jolly God loving everyone. That was the perspective I had, and yeah, mainly due to the cartoons and stories and visual pictures as well.
Yeah. So I was like born back home, so in Eritrea. So the image that I had of God was like basically like your parents. You know, like when you do something wrong, and like your parents are gonna punish you. So I always thought like if you do something wrong, like anything, that God is gonna punish you as well. So I had that like not a scary picture, but a judge, like someone's there telling you, okay, so if you do wrong, you're gonna go to hell, and if you do right, you're gonna go to heaven. So I always had that, a judge, kind of like, and not in a court, but like someone who's like doing, okay, if I'm gonna punish you if you do something wrong. So and also like obviously our culture is like it's like, I don't know, I feel like our culture is like it has an influence of Christ. So like I heard yeah.
Actually, what you say just reminded me like when we were like really young, and the fact that whenever you do a mistake, your parents tell you, oh, you're going to hell for doing this, or you're going to get punished, you're not going to go to heaven, this kind of thing. So then the influence of our culture even had to do with it as well. So you had the image of a judge standing there, and then that's cool. That's really cool. How about you, Sam?
So yeah, when I was younger, the image of God that I had was this mighty God that lives up in the heaven, like all big, white hair, maybe with a stick or something. But yeah, and that's what and that image kind of had me like of him being all powerful, almighty, and that fear of God that was within me, and that's where it came from, him all knowing as well. So even though my parents might not see what I'm doing at that time, God will, and that always kept me kind of in line, or maybe not all the time, but so yeah, and that's the reason why I feel like even to this day I still have that image of God being, not the same like of God being like white hair and that, but like the image of him being all powerful and all knowing, seeing my every move, even going deeper to like my every thought. So yeah, I think that's what keeps me in line with the fear of God and the love of God in one. So yeah, that's the way I saw God when I was younger.
Okay, ቢለኸ ዝነበረካ ስእሊ ብዛዕባ መንነት ኣምላኽ ንእሽተይ ከለኻ ከመይ ዓይነት ስእሊ ነርካ? ኣምላኽ ኣብ ርእስኻ ክትቀርጾ ከለኻስ ዘፍርሕ ድዩ ዝፈርድ ድዩ ፈቃድ ኣምላኽ ድዩ? ከመይ ዓይነት ስእሊ ነርካ?
ናተይ ብናተይ ወገን ክገልጽ እንድሕር ኮይነ ኣነ ፍርሃት ነይርኒ፣ እምነት እውን ቅሩብ ነይርኒ ማለት ግን ተዘይነበረኒ ፍልጠት ማለት እዩ። ምስ ናብ ፍልጠት ምስ መጽኻይኻ ኣምላኸይ ፈለጥ እየ ክትብል ትኽእል፣ ግን ናይ ድሕሪት ክዛረብ እንድሕር ኮይነ ግን ኣብቲ ናሕና ሕብረተሰብ ከምዚ ቃል ኣምላኽ ከምዚ ዝገልጸልካ ወይ ድማ ዝረዳእካ ሰብ ኣይትረክብን ኢኻ። ሕጂ ንኣምላኽ ከምዚ ቁሩብ ፍርሃት ነይርኒ ክብል ወይ ከዓ ንኣምላኽ ፈለጥ እየ ክብል ወይ ከዓ ናይ ኣምላኽ ስእሊ ኣብ ኣእምሮይ ከምፅእ ይክእል። ምክንያቱ ብዛዕባ ናይ የሱስ ክርስቶስ ኣብ መስቀል ዝተገብረ still ክሳብ ዝዓደ ዝመጽእ ኸማን I don't think ከማን ኣይክፈልጦን እየ ክብል። ምክንያቱ ወላ ሓደ ዝገለጸለይ ወይ እውን ኣብ ዝዓዲ መጽሓፍ ቅዱስ ገንፂለ ከንብብ ጀሚረ ማለት እዩ። أجيب زعبانة أملاخ سي كمي بنسنتي كله سي انتهي سئلني يركا أجي كمزي ببهل سي كمزي قدس فلت مالتي بزعبان محرة أملاخ لو هذا أملاخ كن بزوح يفلتني مالتي أجي ببهل خوين سي كمزي أمسكال كمزي أب مقابر سي إتكاوي تبيل كاسي كنت نوصل لك 10 جزء نزلت اساسي 10 كنت نوصل لك هزب الانتاج اجي كم بهلسي كومم تيمسي جيت انتاي بلك هجي بخوم هجي مور فرحات تحز مالتي اجي ابتنا كمزي بأمري قرصا يكلني مالس كبي برتوي مالس كبي ديناي ግን ከም ፍርሓት ነይርኒ ቁርብካ እምነት ነይርኒ ማለት ግን ፍልጠት ስለ ዘይነበረኒ ግን ብዛዕባት ናይ ኣምላኽ ሲ ብዙሕ ከብልሲ ኣይክእልን እየ ማለት እዩ ሕጂ ብኸምኡ ከዓኒ ብዘይ ፍልጠት ዓብየሲ እቲ ናይ ኣምላኽ እንታይ ከም ዝነበ ቁርብ ከም ዝቐፅእ ቁርብ እውን ላዕሊ ከም ዝልዕል ዝበለ ቦታ ከም ዘለዎ ቁርብ ስእሊ ነይርኒ ግን ብሓፈሹ ግን ኣምላኽ ፈሊጠ ክብልሲ ኣብዛ ዓዲ ኣምላኽ ፈሊጠ እንተበልኩሲ ኣይኽፋለይኒ ማለት እዩ
قدمنا خزات خلانا قرب تنكيف كلنا نركا بزعبا ناي تمرتي سنبت عين التمرتي قال حجي ابو تاتخ كتمهار كلها زخا سبكا نغرات قال نغر نرودو تمهار يخلها مالتي
كمزي تمرت سنبت ديكونسي انتاي نيرو كمزي مشت تمهار نيركا جي غزاوتنا خمس بزحات نيرنا تاكيبنا نخيد نيرنا حجي كم تيمورو خايم جت ولا تزقد قطوني خمانسي انتاي جرمني كمزي دونغي خامتي خايلمسي من عين بيني يكونون كن بستفلالي مخنيات كن كوم جرم يهرم خايم كمزي ادبي كمزي مالديسي بتكرينيا بسي تدبري لمسي كونغو جرمسي رأس خادم حقوقها خمد الله يهرم حجي كل ما قشتي ويكا كلهم يهرمو نيم كن حدا مرقيت هنيرو دونغي خامتي خايلو مالتي يهرم هجيك السبات نيرم مشيت تمرتي رايسا انا خاوصيخا ابتي قصر خفت بالمالتي هجي ገለገለ ሰባት ነይሮም ሲ ተማሃረም ተጸልዮም ሲ ጥራይሳ ኣኖም ዝሃርሙ ሰባት ነይሮም ስድሮም መጹ هجي ቅድማ ዓይነ ዝረኣኽዎም ማለትስ ኖርማል ሓደ እንዳሃረሞሲ ሃዲሙ ኸይዱ ማለት هجي ምስ ሃደመ ኣዶ ሒዙ መጺ ኣዶ ሒዙ ምስ መጸ ክትመሮም ዘኣምበርሲ ክንቅጥቅጦም ኣይሰድናዮም ናብዚላት هجي بخومሲ ካብ በቃ ካብቲ ናይ ትምህርቲ ሰንበት እውን ካብቲ ምሸት ደኸተት ነበርኩሲ ገዲፈዮ ማለት بخمو على جزء أمبر أجي كل سب ما تقول جزء نطق مخان دي ولا تظهر مخاسي جن كم زي أكايدا مش الله ناي كم زي أكايدا ناي سرعة ناي شعبية نقد كاتب بلوسي كومونيست تاي بحر اللوم مالتي قبل أجي كم زي نبخفاءات قال ذيك ونسي جن بس الحق مزراو جن سبوي.
Very interesting points. قلت عايز بركة. كلها هنا سئلتات كلنا جدا قالوا خلينا بسبب أملاك نحسب كلنا كن حنت نجار جاري قدم تجاربات تانية culture influence تي زعبنا له كبابي زعبنا له بهلي زعبنا له بوتات نسون وسرنا ندرتنا نبزحتو جزء تعاني السئل حزناهم نعبي حجيجن انتهى أنا حجي ناتي نجزار سي نيشتي خطن كفتو هنا تنبرن اللي بزعبة أملاخسي كم زوهابي دلايك دليت كذا بلسي نعوخت كات حتى خمس ذهبك even up western بزحتو جزء سبات أملاخ كريوه له بفازر نويل yeah بو جرام زريوه like Christmas كون كله gift ذهب literally نتي فاذر نويل بهالسي كم أملاح جرون زوز نبر الأواني نيرو أنا خاطر مثلا سئلز نبر النبزة أملاح سي خمزي زخانة نجار نولادي تي كلن تحتي تياسي تسلموا أملاح كبكات ولا نيرة سلزي at some point when كم وهابي جرت رأي وستونيرة كن حجتي خلأتي نزتي لا حتى حجي نب درجة بس حنا كنت زيروك نب درجة مردة فلايد ما عدنا وسيخنا فلتات وسيخنا تمرتخيرنا تماهيرنا بزحنا قرات بزوريانا زولورينا كنا جنازب نخل كنا استوعل نخل تفل على حبرة السبات آتينا خارينا تفل على خال نجاراتنا استوعلنا قالنا بقعزوز حلفنا لنا قالنا خبز عبنا لنا حجي ترديتنا بزعبة أملاخ زنبرة come with you. So basically what I'm trying to say is do we have the same understanding we had earlier as young, when we were young, and then now as an adult, do we have the same understanding about God, or we have a different understanding? What do you think, Sam?
Good question. Yeah, so it's definitely changed now in a way that God is not just something that I saw that was there, but it was something that is a closer relationship now. And it's not just a relationship, but it's like everything that I do is with God. Like we're kind of one. So when I make decisions, when I look at things, is this something that God is like? Is this the way that God would be glorified in my life, or is this the thing that I'm doing? Is this something that God would be alright with? And I think that saying that a lot of people use is, what would Jesus do in this time? And if you use that to, I think people overuse that just willingly, like just without nothing, is kind of it. But that what would Jesus do is a very powerful thing, and that will keep us in line with a lot of things that we actually do and don't do, like, and what was right and not right, and of course according to the word of God. So yeah, I think right now it's just I'm more in a greater understanding of what Christ is, and in a much greater relationship with him now than I was before.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference that we have in this thing. Whenever you grow up, you have different thoughts and ideas about certain things. What do you think, Jerry?
Well, I think if I didn't have the understanding, I wouldn't know God, because I think it shaped me to be a better person. Because for Amlach says Navarani, I got, like, you know, I've become a better person. So now I have a relationship with him, whereas before it would just be like he would only be a judge, nothing else. Obviously now he's still a judge, but now I can have a relationship with him. Now that I don't do it because, like, oh my God, he's gonna punish me. No, it's because it's the right thing to do, and I want to do it for myself and to have a relationship with him. So that idea made me closer with God. It hasn't changed. It just got better and better and better as I got older. So that's what I.
ድሕሪ ባይታ ቆልዑ ከለና ንዛረብ ነርና ግን ሕጂ ከዓ ብዛዕባ ናይ ተፈላለየ ርድኢት ክህልወና ሕጂ ምስ ዓበና ከዓ ተፈላለየ ርድኢት ኣለና ስለዚ ሲ ንጎይታ መዓዝ ፈሊጥካዮ መዓዝ ተቐቢልካ ብዛዕባ ጎይታ ብዛዕባ ኢየሱስ ኮነ ብዛዕባ መጽሓፍ ቅዱስ መዓዝ ፍልጠት ክህልወካ ጀሚሩ መዓዝ ጎይታ ተቐቢልካ መዓዝ ጎይታ ክትፈልጦ ጀሚርካ
ናተይ حصر كبلو برمحناتو كبزحي بزح انت اش مسل زلو ابز عدي مس مصاخوسي روختي قبركن بجمرتا بدحري افوستر ايتو من بز عدي مس مصاخوسي كم فوستر اندرج لمس بلكو افوستر ايتو من مالت اجي سبيتي حنت حبشا مساتوني انت يقبر تشرچو سدني كنا صح دليل لو يبلا مالت جيت فلت يا ساماني تابزي كينغس كروست مالس مالتي اجي كم سبلكوا زودسي فرحت املا خلو مالتي لا اجي سام جمرتا انا بكالي دخيتلاتني وينا امحرنيا الاتنسي اوكي اندا ارثوذكس كون سام حرنيا مالتي يله اجي مسكيزي سبات كفلت مجمركو كم زناي موسيقى تهنيرني ماتيس موسيقى فتني رخاب يرترات هيزه مالتي اجي موسيقى عند حرد لي خاص كنت وكان خلينا يلومني دسين برساني مصحف قدوس انببيلو زبلنو نسي مالتي اجي مصحف قدوس انببيلو نسي تحرك موسيقى عند حرد لي اجنسو كم زغلت وين نسي كن مالتي بزح هيدا ففاكاني مصحف قدوس انبب موسيقى خا عند حرد لي خا كبل الكاي خليل هجي كوم مسبلني نتاسبيتي غان كوينوا مالتي تمالسي دحرش دشور حشو عطورحي مالتي تمالسي شرشار إن خلنا صح دليل كانسي كمل كهاج الموسيقى تبلاتني أجي مستاسبيتي كن صحاب جميرنا فادوس متاو ليتي فادوس متاو جميرة مالتي تقابت موسيقى أيامسي ترين يقبر أجي بزوح مسوم سبلكو سبيتي صباي سمعان درجة بقى وتصلي كمان كسبت بالكوينة مالتي أجم سبيتي بزح سبيتي بتعمل سبيتي أجم بزح من السحابة بزح سبيتي جنسات عمدي أنا جن حق زربا حما أصب كوينة أي بالكوان مالتي أي نفعهم أجيب بدحري مسبلة جن كابتا سبيتي خلت عمتي كوينة مسوت أخوبن استيل أبا خلو مساء خلو خسي مزمور يسمعني ري خمزي بقى عدنا خاب صراحة حمسيسي تصبو يسمعني بقى مزمور كسمع خلو خسي حيلي يسمعني ولا خاب صراحة ودي دخيم اللي في خلو خسي عدنا كمزي جيم كيت بقى سومين حمس كم دري سمعنا مالتي أجي كابتا سبيتي مسوت أخوغن بقى عركين يرني أبزي أوسايد نيكواس الأمت مالتي بقدمي يقول مصحف كله سنبب وش أي حاجة وسمعن دس بلني أجد حقتها تكفلت متجمر كوسي بس ده خمسة نزب زي جم ده سبيتي حدا حطوتات كهبا يدلي أملاح حدا يت مصحف كله سونا حدا كن نسخال بهذا عرف الكاجن كتجبر تخلي خيرا مرج أهيبات نوالد وهجى كده ولا بتناي أمنتسي ولا سا أمانة كويناسي كم زبوش كتجبرن سيدليت بمرج أيك مصدلات نوالد هجي كوب مسبلت أنا نبع عركي مسكت كون أبزا أوسايد عركي مالتي الأملاح كلمي ننبب ليرنا سوغا وسينكا يخا مالتي سي تقال الأملاح سي تفلت يخا جس نمنتاي تدانا قويلني بقى أنا غاسي كمز موسى نسينا قربتنا يدرفي ودرفسي سلازي وتصلي دس بلنا نيرو خدرف ولا خالق جس سوق وتصلي سلازي خالقن بزوح كمزي حلقس كسب النيرة مالتي أوسايد مسكت كن كلاس بقى بقول له وسينا كل تشهن 17 أكتوبر مالتي قويتها تقبله بدحريو كن نتسابع مزيه مالتي أي مالتي سي أحنتك بزوح مزيك أي قبركم مسو مزيه قدي فيه اللي هو إليه أجيت فلت أدخل يوم تسابع على مزبها لبريكستن تقمت مالتي سهران بحرن سجير كها مزيه خاسي يسوس زي فلت كاس عبز عد مزيه خا يسوس فلت كايلني أجيت سابسي جيزل لو أملاخ نخلط له جيزه أجيت أنا أملاخ فلت قبل له ويوند ما قويتها تقبل كله بس لك سباتي بلو خيم أبي رترا خلا خاسي أملاخ هيتفلت إني خاني ركاب له خيم بلك مالتي ستفلتو إيخا تنابرخاس تفلتو إيخا جن كم السيطان كأسوا كان حردليسي نورمال كتأشوت خليها جس قويتها تقبل كله بكل تشن 17 أكتوبر مالتي أملاخ مسكن كساب زي ساعات كا ننبر لنا مالتي.
Okay, as some of you have said already, you mentioned the early stages of your life on the image that you had of God. At this moment, I believe you all accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior. Yeah. Okay. So, what triggered that? Like, what is it? The images that you had of all these years, it grew, or did you actually experience something else for you to say, no, this image that I had was wrong, but this is the image I should have now? And did that trigger for you to accept him as your personal savior, or was there another understanding that you guys had for you to make a decision? So what triggered for you? What triggered you to accept him as your personal savior? Yeah. Mickey.
Yeah, so I grew up in a church and I was going to church every Sunday, but one thing I realized is that I still don't have a personal relationship with God. I can't confidently say I know who God is. I can see that because I did not desire him. Like, I desired the things of the world more than I desired God. So when I looked at it logically, I don't really want God. I know I should want God, but I do not want God. So I was at a crossroad in my life, like before I started college, and I just realized that I'm in the world, but I'm not too deep into the world where I'll do anything. And I come to church, but I'm not really in church. I don't really have a relationship with God. I just come to attend church, but I don't know God and I don't love him to the extent where I just want to be with him all the time. So I remember just like asking God like to just open my eyes, because I know he's there, but there's something that's actually blocking me from knowing God. So I had to ask him, like, open my eyes. And I remember that praying that prayer, and 3 days later I just decided, let me open my Bible. And then as I started to read about Jesus, it was really life to me. Like, the words were like, they really convicted me, they were really true to me. And it led me to repentance. It led me to just come back to God, to really know God. And from then on I've just been seeking him more and more and more. And yeah, praise be to God, I'm still seeking Him, but yeah.
So the image that you had when you were younger, when you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior, did that image still remain? Did it still remain, or did it change? Or no, this is actually
like I said before. So like back home, I used to go to I used to go to Damada, Madhana Adam Church, before it got closed down. So my parents used to take me there, and so in the winter, all my do like come to Timothy. So we used to have science and maths lessons, and then afterwards would have like Timothy like Christos like Timothy. So that I still remember it to this day, because I was like, I think that's where it started, the foundation where it started, and I really got the concept of God there. And then when it got closed down, I was really upset and everything. And then I was like still a Christian, but just a normal Christian. And then I came here, and then I started coming to Bethel Church, and I've always desired God, and I've always wanted to know God, so I've always wanted to serve Him. So I've always wanted to I looked up to you, to be honest, because she joined the choir, so I've always wanted to be in a choir. I've always wanted to serve God, and I thought, oh my God, I really wanted to. And at that time, she got baptized when we were in Bethel Church in South, and I was really upset because I wanted to I was so hungry for God, and because my dad is he wouldn't understand of getting baptized and stuff. So when she got baptized, I was really upset. I didn't know how to ask my dad. I wanted to get baptized again and stuff like that. I wanted to be born again. So it took me a while to ask and everything, but eventually in 2015 I got baptized again. So I feel like it grew more. It didn't nothing drastic happened in my life for me to be I need to accept Jesus Christ. It's just that I had the people and the love of God around me. It just desired me to be a better person. Obviously life happens, there's trials, that pulls you away from God, but I'm still standing, so yeah.
Wonderful. One thing that really caught you, I heard from you, Sammy, earlier when you were describing the image of God when you were young. You say that this old big guy, long beard and white gowns and stick. I really like that description, because that fits him, to be honest. Because our God is really a big God. And He's powerful, and to be honest, that picture should stick in us always, because the more we know that He's big and our God is almighty and powerful, then we can live our life easily, and then being assured that we have a backup, so someone who really cares for us. But it's always there is a time that you need to make step forward, and you mentioned that I didn't have that personal relationship, it was just a picture of God I had, but I didn't have this personal encounter with Him. So what made you do that first step to know God and then accept Him?
So just take it a bit further back before I came to. So one thing I would like to say is that when I always come to church and I always hear testimonies, you'd always hear this drastic changes in people's life, right? People live, I used to live like this, and I used to do this, and then I found God, and then I'm here. And then, but I've always grew up in church, and when I hear those testimonies, they're wonderful. I'm not they're not bad, but it's just, I can never relate to them on a personal level. So when I hear that, I'll be like, yep, heard that one before. So it was just all very similar to me, and I could relate it to my personal self. And but one thing that we did as the boys that grew up in the church, we we had a chat one time and we were just like, why are we not serious? Like, we go back and forth to this Sunday teaching or Sunday lessons or whatever it is, and why is our actions not really telling the other people that God exists? We say it by word, we say it by our mind, but our actions are not really telling it. And so I really started to question, like, so do I really know God then? Because action speaks louder than words, and if you say it, you must live it. There's a saying here, like, if you talk the talk, walk the walk. So if I'm going around saying Jesus lives, and if I'm going around saying he saved my life, then I better do the walk. And that was the step of me that was missing. And like I said, when we had the chat with the boys, we were together, and it was actually over the phone, it wasn't even face to face. And we had the chat, and then from that on, I just never looked back. I just said, yeah, my actions needs to be the same with my words, and I can't just go around saying, yes, I believe in God, and not really live it as I should be. So yeah, that was the time where I really changed. And that, even though it wasn't like a drastic change, but within me, that was like the biggest change there was. That was when relationship with God really started to spark, and it really started to enlighten everything I'd done. Because when you say it, it's just so much easier than when you're doing it, because with your actions, you're really taking a step and saying, no, I won't do this because it says this in the Bible, or it's more than just saying it. So that was a big change in my life. So yeah.
فيلخني كابت سألتي بكنا زنبرك أنت وي بزعبة من النت نعملخ وي كأني بخمس مغنياتي بيت أملخ مزيلك أنت وي نخم ونختوسن وي كأبيت أملخ نختوسن سنتها وسانتات بعد هاري خابولكها كتوسن ويك أنت وي قرب نجر كان ينركب زعبة نايديها نايفوستر عديها جلا جن أو كم وسانتات نخسبت أحسي انتهيهم يجيركا تزنبركا سألخني مس وسنكاهم تغيروا دو بعلها personal زخونة relationship مس أملخ مس جبركاسي بعلها بقول لها مس فلت كايو نأملخ أملخ صبا كم زي إزرائيل يريجن حجيكن كم زيو دويلكا ويس still كم يزرله ناخد قويتان ناخد قبل جن تيجيركا
Alfan, Omegan, Alfan, Omegan, Alfan, Omegan, Alfan, Omegan. زمسلك هايلن زمسلك سبحات يخون الكا زمسلك هايلن زمسلك تلحيت يخون الكا زمسلك هايلن زمسلك التالي شنكا زمسلك هايلن زمسلك يخوناخا عزيخا أبيخا مدارك تزيبلكا مدارك تزيبلكا يمنا بلوزيخا مودادر تزيبلكا مودادر تزيبلكا عزيخا أبيخا مدارك تزيبلكا مدارك تزيبلكا يمنا بلوزيخا مودادر تزيبلكا مودادر تزيبلكا